Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all see he's here.
In the building. Yeah. Soul in it.
It's your boy Booth Vandross, and you are now tuned in to Next Level Internet Radio with the homie Douglas Elliott, aka the Black Victor Newman, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Showing my high with that perk in my drawer and your house in my ride. It's a vision right now, but it's gonna come soon. I've been dreaming about slabs jumping over the moon, so I've been saving my paper to get my bitch to the makeup. Every dollar I stack, I pray for more when I wake up. Can you imagine coming down with the sun so bright? You ever seen folks poke in the broad daylight? Summertime, I'm gonna shine, pulling up on boys. Red line, branded wine in my candy toys. She's gonna fuck my car. She don't know who I am. She don't care who we are. No, she don't give a damn. All my life I wanted a candy car. My whole life that's been a player's joy. All my life wanted a candy car. Candy coated, candy still gripping wood. Crawling down slow, all eyes on me. Jump the deuce to a hater, long live PLC. Yeah, UGk for life, that's being my motto. We used to swing candy, red drop, El Dorado. I'm a cup weight full of true shit on these bottles. Only posters with the poppers, no jackets to stop us. I'm drunk, fuck Trump, man, I need your lights. Middle finger hell high with all my might. I waited all my life just to see the day that we can come down, slam at MLK parade. On those with the foes, yeah, I'm on my toes. President born 9 on my trill ass clothes. Red line, branded wine, that's that candy apple. Blue line, go shine, feels real on the baffle. Green line coming through like the Green Bay Packers. Different colors in this thing, we bring it back to Capitol. Damn. All my life, I wanted a candy car. My whole life, that's been a player's joy. All my life, wanted a candy car. Gator boys, what's up? I'm talking about candy toy. I'm talking about candy for sure. Yeah.
All right. He's in the building, as you can see. Tuesday night, D-Boss presents the Pipe Bomb. My special guest this edition, Hezeleo
For real.
of Trill Gang.
For real.
Man, it is a pleasure to have you. We got Loco working cameras. I'm working cameras. Boy, we learning. Man, how are you doing, man?
Hey, man, first of all, I appreciate y'all for having me. I'm
No
great,
problem.
man. I'm great. I got that mask on, but I'm smiling up under
Yes. Let's jump right into it.
Okay.
Hezeleo, where are you originally from?
I'm from Africa, but when they bought I'm from Port Arthur, Texas, representing
Arthur,
till I'm
Texas.
dead. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Yeah, PA.
I've heard a lot about Port Arthur. What was it like growing up in Port Arthur?
Growing up in Port Arthur in its humble beginnings, you thought shit was sweet. But then you realize you must roll around that bitch ready to box or shoot or stab. But it is one of them areas that, man, you got to stay fit and stay in shape, and you got to keep you a popper. You know? It's just like that anywhere else, but it's really up like that. You know.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but you know, that's how I was raised.
Yeah. Speaking of raised, what were the musical influences you were raised on? What was being played in the house in Port Arthur?
Mostly, my mom, she was on the party scene, and she also owned a club.
Okay.
So we always had plenty great records, and I picked up on a lot of records from the 70s. Like I got a 70s soul, man. That's why some of these records you'll hear from me, they got that 70s type feel. You know
Candy
what I mean?
cars.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely picked up on the stuff my mama was listening to, and you'd be surprised some of the stuff that I kicked back and relaxed to. So once her music did its thing, my brother, he was on some player shit, and the 80s kicked in, and a whole bunch of rap and different things like that. The whole breakdance movement, all that type of stuff. So I really was tuned into that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I actually used to, you know what I'm saying, I used to do something. I don't know what I was doing, but I used to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was on that cardboard.
You was on the cardboard, spinning on your back.
I had them back.
Could you windmill?
Man, I'm going to put it like this. I ain't lying to anybody who saw me, man.
Okay.
I could do every move but that goddamn windmill, man.
Yeah, man.
How you do that?
Ah, shit. You asking the wrong. All I did was carry the radio and cardboard.
In the battery.
That's it. And I made sure the radio had batteries in it.
Bunch of big
I wasn't spinning on shit.
Hey man, I knew a nigga.
Spin on their head.
Yeah, man. I knew a nigga spin on his. Hey, nigga shut the whole dance down. nigga spin on his head. Nigga had on a hospital smock.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Nigga
he
coming,
was serious.
And the nigga had a mask on. This was in the 80s. Nigga, the nigga coming St. Mary Dam. Nigga got that mask on with that hospital smock thing on.
Yeah.
The nigga got some white
gloves and shit.
And we got the motherfucking DJ from the radio station in that bitch going Dr. Live. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga just hit the middle of the floor and went to spinning on his hand, and the nigga went to walking on his hands and shit. Then the nigga went to walking on
the crab, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot the names, but yeah.
But then the nigga went to walking on the tips of his fingers. Yeah, and after he did that, the nigga broke into a windmill. And after he did the windmill, he grabbed his nuts.
Yeah.
And then he did some King Tut shit and balanced himself. And the nigga kicked his legs around like a motherfucking helicopter. And the nigga took off out the building. Now, the nigga spun on his head, man, shut the whole party down.
Yeah.
And niggas who was there, they know that, man.
Wow.
Motherfucking Cleedog did that shit, man. He spun on his head, man. Yeah.
Man. Boy, those was the days.
Yeah, I loved it.
Those was the days.
Nigga used to walk to the dance, you know?
Yeah.
Dance was probably about 12 blocks away, you know?
Yeah.
Nigga get clean, put on his, what it was back then. Nigga got on some Tussie. You know what I'm saying? He got on some Tussie. It's a motherfucking, what they call that shit, the one in the green joint with the black top. Brute. Nigga on some motherfucking Brute. Yeah,
shit.
By the time you get to the damn boy, you funk it in a bitch, but it's still going down.
It's still going down.
Yeah, St. Mary's dance.
Oh,
man. It started getting real dark because you don't understand what's happening in the environment. You don't know anything about the system. All you know is this is where you grow up, and this is what you see. Alcoholics on a Monday, you know what I mean? Broken glass, you know, paraphernalia, this and that. Just everything that the hood has to offer
at its height in the 80s. You know what I mean? And,
that song we did do a show with Cottonmouth.
Yeah,
and we played the
Shout out
message,
OG.
and that song's still relevant. It's about 30 years old.
Wow.
Same lyrics said way back then are going on right now.
Yeah,
So
broken glass. Yeah.
There you go.
And it was like that.
there you go.
I would look out. There was an alley, and it was a garage apartment. And I would back window. I would look out because I couldn't go out. And you know, cats would be out there drinking and smoking, doing what they're doing, and fighting and doing whatever. And I remember one day, one of them took a like an old board or some shit and threw it up and hit our window. And I was like, I'm gonna go out there and do something. And my big brother had some clean ass Dominique Wilkins. That nigga say, no, I got this here. Hey, he my older brother, R.I.P. Ray. You know what I'm saying? That nigga laced up them Dominique Wilkins, man. That nigga ran out the house. That nigga ain't opened the back gate. That nigga grabbed the top of that bitch, threw his legs up over that bitch, and went squab that bitch ass nigga.
In them Dominiques.
Oh, hey, he ain't even scuffed them hoes up. You know what I'm saying? And
That was a good ass whooping.
Yeah, he came right back. Them hoes were clean. They were still clean. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ray. Hey, that was one of my influences in letting go of the naive shit and the gullible shit. You know.
Yeah.
And I hope, you know, a lot of people were fortunate to have some kind of role model, like a big brother, to tell you, nah, you gon' fight.
Right.
Because at that time, you know, I'm probably like, maybe I'll just apologize and see him later.
Yeah.
My brother slapped the shit out of me. Bitch ass nigga, go out there and fight.
Yeah. Forget that turn another cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight business. Get out
That's
there.
right.
Get out there and squall. And I was.
Hezeleo, what's been the biggest obstacle so far in your music career?
I would have to say taking it on the chin and just willing to man up and get it out the mud instead of making excuses, instead of feeling as if somebody owe me something. We all have a perception of others and what we expect out of them, but a lot of niggas wasn't even raised by their own daddies. So how in the hell you gonna expect something from your peer? You couldn't even get shit out your own daddy. You did, and I'm one of them niggas. So basically, I'm never gonna put that type of perception on one of my peers like a nigga owe me something. God made me able and mobile. I got my own 2 eyes, legs, nose, boom, 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 and my own strong ass back. So I'm not gonna try to stand on another nigga back. Now, sometimes I do feel like, come on, my nigga, shed a little light on this hill. Because once you do, boom, it's gonna take off. Because it's authentic and it's true.
Right.
But I'm a victim of taking the bull by the horns and getting it out the mud. That's just all it is.
Right. Let me ask you this. I want you to define or describe the DFW music scene in one word right now.
Opportunity. Opportunity.
Okay.
And if you want me to elaborate on that, when I was back and forth from PA back up here, then I started chilling up here a little longer and shit. But I spent umpteen years in the streets. You know what I'm saying? From hood to hood, on a daily basis. And the difference between a Port Arthur and a metroplex like a Houston and a Dallas, you have millions of people. And people will support you. Now, the guerrilla marketing shit that I was raised up doing, it was dwindling, but then it took on a different name. It became pop-up shop. That was just a more fashionable way to say, hey, nigga, I'm out your guerrilla marketing. Come fuck with me. So when I came out here, the goals about, I want to, have these amount of units moved and shit like that, that shit really, it perished, and it became like step your goals up. Because that shit you was thinking about, nigga, you can do that shit in a couple months. And shout out to my niggas, like, who helped me with this Trill Gang shit, Ray T, the Beast, and that boy Corn, and everybody who came in, even Loco, you know what I'm saying? Everybody who came in and interchanged and helped push this movement, to where it was going. It was a lot of opportunity out here, and I seen it. and I was on 20, and I used to be going in the rap truck. We was going to pick up the rest of the crew, take care of business, and I kept passing down 20 in this one area, and it just kept telling me, man, it's so much opportunity here, so much opportunity here, and so I just became an extractor. You know, a lot of people, when they go to events or amongst crowds of people, they get giddy because they see somebody and they lose focus of why they there. That's not me. I'm a big ol' ass sponge. I'm a big ol' ass slug. I'ma extract information. I'ma extract resources because it's other niggas need that shit. I know what a full stomach feel like, but at the same time, I want my nigga on the side of me to know too, and so forth and so on. And that's been my mission from the beginning.
Let me ask you this. Which artists are you always compared to?
E40, Pimp C, and sometimes Slim Thug.
Okay.
Nobody ever knew, but I tried to stay away from the "you sound like Pimp C" thing. But I can't get away from that.
Right.
It's like we from the same gumbo pot.
Yeah.
And I might be the sun-dried shrimp in the pot. Or I might be the crab. No, I ain't the crab. But we're going to have some, and then we come from the same era. Like me, Pimp, and Bun come from the same era. We know the same people. You know what I'm saying? We ran around in the same circles. So a lot of my content sound like they content because I'm talking about some of the same motherfucking events. Now the whole draw and slang, yeah, I took that from my nigga because they love that shit. They love that country rap tune. And I started giving them all kind of other shit to make sure they understand I got my own identity. But what they flock to and what they expect from a nigga is that candy cause.
I'm going to tell you something. I remember my first interaction with UGk, and I was like, Port Arthur is serious. I had that blue cassette. The motherfucker ain't mine.
Man.
Man.
Oh, man.
Look. Honestly, that was a bad motherfucker too. That motherfucker probably, I think it was intended as a demo. But that motherfucker there, probably the greatest underground cassette of all time.
I had to take that thing with me everywhere I went.
Man.
I remember I was in Job Corps, and I was in the gym. Back then, I'm playing with 350, and I got a big ass radio, and I'm bumping that boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas always ask me, what the fuck do Trill stand for? Everybody like, man, what is that?
Man.
I put so many people, man, I burned that tape so many times.
Yes.
And told niggas go pick that up. That's my nigga from PA.
Yes.
Because the way it started, you know, I was always a fan. I knew the homies, but I was always proud of them, man, because they broke through and they had a very authentic sound.
Yes.
That was clean and soulful. And hey, look what it did. You know
you hear Outkast and Ghetto Boys and 2 Live Crew, rightfully so. But UGk still has staying power.
Yeah.
I mean, my boy Sid, he DJ Maze One. He's in Baltimore now. I remember when he brought that blue tape to Kansas City, and I was like, "Who is this
band?"
But that one that boo 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 boo.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that made you want to go get a car and get a system put in.
Man, I used to poke everywhere I went. I poked my chest out. We're going to Port Arthur.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they even know or care.
Yeah.
I'm Port Arthur, nigga.
PA.
And still to this day. And one thing I'm going to tell you about a Port Arthur nigga, regardless of where he go, if he a real PA ass nigga, he lose none of his slang, his swag. He lose none of that. He actually influenced others to start sounding and moving like him.
Yes.
That's in the penitentiary, that's in different cities.
Yes.
Now the niggas who from that thing and go up north or somewhere and start to, this and that nigga, get on with that bullshit, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, man, but let me give a big shout out to Loco, man. I remember Loco coming to PA, I had a studio set up, and I think I don't know, was I working on Dome called Volume 2? I think we was working on it.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, that's one of the most classic mixtapes I ever put out. I had to re-release it with DJ Chuck T. It's online. Go pick that up. Don't Call Volume 2. My producers at the time, Ava Rex and Beat Master, man, them boys used to give me like some magic to serve to the streets. And I really appreciate them for that, because they actually was part of the reason people started listening to me before Pimp started fucking with me. You know, because coming out with the right sound back then, it was only really UGK and DMD had a quality sound. I'm not taking nothing from anybody else who was down there trying. I give everybody, you know, A for effort. But when you put, you know what I'm saying, that CD or that tape in and heard some good EQ and some good bass, it was only a DJ DMD and UGK coming out with that. There was a lot of other boys that I, you know, got love for and respect. I was in the streets with them. And if I'm missing their name from their quality sound, my apologies.
Yeah.
But when I came in the game, things was quiet. You know what I mean? Things had kind of slowed down. DMD and my nigga Jay Will and Chandre had did the whole Inner Soul deal, and they had their run, and they was kind of chilling at that time, and nobody was really putting shit out. And I was fooling with my nigga Jay Will at Inner Soul Studio, and he was like, I want you to get in here and shake the rust off, because I got a project coming out called Real Recognize Real. If you backdate that project, that features all the Houston niggas that blew. You know what I mean? And he was gonna put me on that project with them, but his business partner, and I ain't tripping. I ain't got no hate for my nigga.
Right.
He just felt like, why put Hezeleo on there? Ain't nobody know him. And my partner was like, that's why I want to put him on there. But I missed that opportunity, and like I say, it ain't no hard feelings, because I got to meet all them cats, and it gave me a lot of confidence, because when you hear about different artists and you don't spend time with them, you kind of give them this persona of something other than being human. But that was just hood niggas like myself.
Right.
So seeing niggas coming in there with different adversities and going through different elements in the hood like I was going through, it just gave me that confidence. So I just started dropping songs, and they didn't have no real identity. They all sounded different, but it was me shaking the rust off. And during that time, Will and I went to Atlanta, and then we were planning to go to California to do some recording with one of his artists and one of his R&B artists, Chris. Shout out to Chris in Houston, and Ricky Diamonds. And we went to Atlanta, did our thing. We had a great time, whatnot. And then we was planning to go to Cali to go kick it with Avon West, who was up there doing some work with Dr. Dre and just different people. And shout out to BJ Tyler on facilitation also. And so upon going there, my nigga Jay Will died. You know what I mean? And I kind of was like, fuck this shit, you know? Because my nigga was really telling me get to the next level. He was going to help me get to the next level. And when he died, I kind of felt like, ain't no need for me to keep fucking with this shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit seemed like it got a dark cloud over it. But during that time, I connected with my nigga Ava Rex. They both from PA, but they went to Berkeley Music Academy and different things of that nature. And he started kind of like calling me every day, and we would talk, and he was like, man, you know you still got to come up here. And it happened. I said, fuck it. I jumped on the plane, went out there. And I'm going to say this about Don't Call Volume 1. When I got there, we was planning on doing a whole bunch of recording for 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks, we was thinking we should come out with a project. But while I was there the first few days, them niggas was bullshitting straight up. Them niggas was taking me to Hollywood-ass events. I'm meeting all kind of people. I'm shaking hands with Aaron Hall and all these different people. I'm seeing all kind of actresses and singers and different things like that, comedians and different things like that. I actually jumped in a nigga Joe Torre Lexus Jeep and burned off in the bitch trying to save his shit from getting towed. And that nigga run out there thinking I'm trying to take his shit. He like, man, don't do that shit, man. You in LA, man. Boom, 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 but whatever. So we do our thing up there, and about the third day or the fourth day I was there, I got a phone call, and they were like, say, man, somebody broke into your business, this and that, this and that. So I had to cut my trip short because they took some valuable stuff out of my business. And you remember that?
That explains, because when I got down there at PA, you was like, nah, we about to leave. We packed up all this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was smoking a beanie and rapping and shit. And your ass like, we need to get you on track. Yeah, we already put up every goddamn thing.
Yeah,
That's a lot of shit.
We had to move like that because, you know, somebody find out what type of equipment you got, you know, boys is coming to get there. And I don't blame them, you know what I mean? So we kept it kind of, you know what I'm saying, elusive. And So by that 4th day, I got the news I was gonna have to fly back. But I'm like, man, I couldn't come up here just for nothing. And I hadn't even done one song yet. And they had about 5 studios in this nice ass mini mansion and shit. So I just start tripping. Say, nigga, look, I ain't fly up here to parlay and kick it with you niggas, man.
Right.
Y'all niggas wanna do some work, man. That's what I came for. What's up? Let's get it. And so them niggas like, you wanna record? So them niggas just started running me to each room and shit. And I'm going to this nigga room, I'm doing a record with him. I go to this nigga room, do a record with him. I go to another nigga room and did a record with a nigga. And the nigga got me to do a hook and he wanted me to do a verse, but I'm like, my nigga, I'm working on my shit. Come to find out the nigga was a porn nigga. You know what I mean? I gave the nigga a hook, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I go to the next nigga room and then I do a whole lot of writing. And this is in a matter of like 2 days. So I come out with about 2 or 3 written songs. And I gotta go about the next day, so that the last day I was there, I was trying to tell Wes, man, how passionate I was starting to feel about this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my nigga, I don't want to go home empty-handed. I want a project or something. The nigga pull up the computer, man. The nigga had like thousands of beats and instrumentals and different things of that nature. And it was 50 Cent at the time doing all that mixtape shit. He like, let's do a mixtape. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. The nigga put on all these beats, man. I swear, I stood there and freestyled for almost 12 hours. Like, it was the next day when I got through freestyling, and that nigga recorded all that shit.
Wow.
He was at the damn keyboard with his head down, nodding out asleep. I'm like, man, you still up? He like, yeah, he pushing buttons and shit. And so, I don't know what they had.
Yeah.
I know I left a whole bunch of material. I left my heart there and my soul there, and I flew back. And a couple of days later, them boys hit me. They said, boy, you got some shit. And they started sending me snippets and shit. And then them niggas put that project together, and when them niggas sent me that master, I was like, I'm pressing this shit up.
Right.
Man, I went retail ready with that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Dome Call Volume 1. I always wanted to have some girls on my cover with their butts out. Yeah. So I laid there, you understand, and got my homegirl to wire that up. You know what I'm saying? We did a photo shoot at my uncle business and shit. Shout out to my nigga Titus. Shout out to my nigga TK, Uncle Thomas and shit. Them boys helped me facilitate my dream.
Yeah.
And I put that mixtape out in abundance in the street, and then we started listening for the feedback, what people thought about it. The quality of it, A1. You could pop it in today. The shit sound like it was recorded yesterday. But the content was misunderstood because the title I gave it was Dome Call Volume 1. That went over niggas' head. You know what I mean? So they trying to figure out the fuck is a dome call.
Right.
And basically what I was trying to do was separate myself from always saying freestyle like everybody in Houston. So I came up with Off the Dome Call. And so when they listened to it, they didn't understand that the lyrics on those songs were all freestyles. So how you gonna judge a nigga penmanship when a nigga stood there for 24 hours damn near and freestyled the whole thing? That's why I came back so fast with Dome Call Volume 2. And if you pop that bitch in right now, that bitch sound diamond. You hear me? And guess what? Niggas ain't know. That bitch 16 years old. That bitch a grown, hey, that bitch a grown man.
Legal.
Yeah. Listen to that shit, you gonna be like, God damn, that shit crispy as a hoe.
Wow.
But yeah, I circulated them things, and then I tied in with my nigga Hard Time. My personal life started kind of, you know what I mean? But I never exposed shit like that. I always just fight through it. So my nigga Hard Time got budgeted, and he was using the studio, and he put me on his single song called Showstopper. I didn't like the song. He knew it. He wanted to write my verse, but I'm like, nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. So I took a couple of his lines, then I wrote my verse. Then we dropped the hoe. I went back to the crib. He called me at like midnight, man, come drop this record. And you know, my baby mama was like, man, where you going, boo boo? I'm like, man, let me go drop this record, boo boo boo. I go to the studio, write my shit, boom, boom. I drop that bitch. I go back to the crib. Days later, them niggas done mixed and mastered that hoe. Hey, them niggas done put that bitch on wax. Them hoes, hey, they start circulating them hoes to all the DJs. Man, that motherfucking song started taking off. If you a showstopper, drop your body to the you know what I'm saying? We shot a video of Boomtown. The nigga Bun came out and supported. You know what I'm saying? He told us he would. And the thing really circulated, you know what I'm saying? We wound up doing a bunch of shows. Some of them was paid, some of them was, you know, promo, but they gonna take care of room and this and that, this and that. And that was my first time of really just in a club with a song that females really want to shake their ass to. And we had our run with that.
Yeah.
That mixtape, I was pushing Volume 1. I was doing shows off of it, but it was minimal.
Right.
I had one song I did from the first CD that was just, you know, a variation of my songs trying to find my identity, was called Lax and Benz. And it wound up getting like college radio play. That's how I wound up knowing him. It got on local radio and just different things of that nature. And that got me a couple of appearances.
Yeah.
But it was this one club, he wanted me to come sit down and chop it up with him about doing the show. It was in PA, and I got to give a shout out to whoever the owner was. The man sat down with me, and he like, man, how about you come do a show, this and that, this and that. I say, shit, give me, you know, and the bar tab. He like, okay, I got you. I come do the show. I'm doing a whole fucking mixtape. And then my goddamn back sprain because I've been at the recreation center shooting ball with them niggas. Them niggas, them niggas them filed the shit out of me and almost broke my back. I needed a backup anatomy, you know what I mean? And so I got on a motherfucking back brace on stage with them motherfucking vocal on, just rapping my ass off. And them white folk looking at it, they enjoying that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, this got to be the most wackest shit I've ever done before in my life. While I'm doing it, I'm thinking this about the wackest shit I ever done before in my life, but fuck it, you did. And we're gonna get it done. It's some exercise. And so the man called me back. He like, man, I need to meet with you. I'm like, what's up? He's like, can you come back every week? I'm like, man, rappers don't perform every week at a club. But I don't know, shit. But I'm thinking, so you gonna pay a nigga every week? He like, yeah. And you open up for some of these rock bands. So next thing you know, I'm in that bitch opening up for motherfucking hard down heavy metal bands and shit. And they got the rap session. And the crazy thing about it, the nigga gave me a 45-minute set. Nigga
Just to open?
Yeah, nigga gave me some headliner time.
Damn.
And he gave me the big old ass section and shit. All my niggas from the Deep East, TJ McGirt, them, JT, all them niggas, you know what I'm saying? And he gave me the big ass bar tab. Them niggas ain't drank, they smoke. So I'm in there drinking all the goddamn beer and wine and shit, getting drunk, cutting some drunk records in there. But shout out to the owner of the bottle shop. He gave me some exercise to get on that stage and learn what I need to do. And I use that as a platform to test records, to test movement, to test interaction with the crowd. And so it was a great learning experience. And it taught me how to negotiate my own shows at the time before Mama West and I started doing business. Yeah,
that is awesome, man. We gonna have a little fun, man. Yeah. Hezeleo, what's your favorite color?
Royal blue.
Okay. Favorite movie of all time?
Scarface.
Favorite scene in a movie of all time? Doesn't have to be Scarface.
Favorite scene?
Yeah.
I take your bullet. No, it gotta be. It gotta be Scarface because the turning point when he didn't want to kill them kids.
In the car.
Yeah, and Boy and them had that meeting and let them know, hey man, that you can't drop the ball on this one.
Yeah.
There's some heavy ass hitters involved with this shit, and we can't expose it. So, you know, you got to kill them kids, my nigga.
Yeah.
I felt them.
He said no kids.
You know, morally, I felt them, but. When that nigga, you stupid fucking blew that nigga brains out, I already knew his goose was cooked.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that nigga said some overwhelming forces at that nigga.
Yeah.
Now, if he would have sent about 10 niggas at him, he would have survived that.
Yeah.
But that nigga sent the whole motherfucking Guatemala.
Yeah.
That nigga sent the whole motherfucking Yucatan.
Yeah. Hey, boy. He had to send him.
Yeah.
He knew he was a different breed, man.
Yeah.
He knew Tony was a different breed. Speaking of that movie, there's rumblings of a remake.
With Leonardo DiCaprio. Boy, get your ass back in this motherfucking Titanic water. Fuck that bullshit. Pussy ass nigga.
Some stuff you gotta leave alone.
Nobody wants to see your pussy ass.
Yeah.
Loving the bitch, you dying, turning blue in that water. You can't take Scarface.
Froze and shit.
I'd rather you go get a real motherfucking savage, half-ass actor, you know what I'm saying? A real motherfucking savage to play that role.
Who would you?
I go get a nigga,
I make it black and get Omar, the nigga that play Omar from The Wire.
Nah, I wouldn't make it black.
I make that bitch black.
We gotta have our own tale because, you know, we got the dope from them now. So I would just really get like somebody who's still hungry, who gonna nail that shit. Because, you know, once niggas get to eating, niggas get full.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they get comfortable.
It changes you.
Yeah, go get a nigga who need that fucking role, who look the part, who gonna play the shit out that hoe. You know, I'm with the underdog type shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Before Corona.
I don't drink that shit. No, go ahead.
What was the last movie you went to the theater to see?
Me and my little boy went seen, I think, The Equalizer.
Okay. That was Denzel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great actor.
Okay.
Great actor.
Are you a wrestling fan? WWE.
When I was a kid.
Okay. Who was your favorite?
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog.
My mom used to like Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog. He was a legend.
Yeah. Another one bite the dust. You know what I'm saying? And I actually, my second favorite was the fool Sting with the Scorpio.
Yeah.
I wound up meeting him like probably like 4 years ago.
Wow.
At a fucking grocery store.
Wow.
Yeah, I recognized him.
Yeah.
I seen him, and I'm like, man, that look like Sting.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, I'm tripping. It just
Just
a white boy with some rhinestone jeans on.
Yeah.
with some rhinestone on his butt. Nah. I say, man, that look like Sting. But I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna chase no nigga in the grocery store. And so we was in the store again, and we happened to walk like that. And I say, Sting? He wanted to deny it.
Yeah.
But that nigga went in the character. Yeah, it's the Stinger. And we start rapping. I'm like, man, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Nigga used to make me want to do, you know what I'm saying, push up, get fit. The nigga still look pretty good. He, probably about 72 years old now.
Yeah, he pushing 60.
And he's still fit.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, man, the Stinger's gonna get back in the ring one more time for some game. Xbox.
WrestleMania?
Some Xbox.
Oh wow, okay.
Xbox game they're gonna have.
Okay.
They brought him back, and he had the white face with the black hair.
Oh, he was a Crow character.
Yeah, he was like that.
Okay.
And they brought him back for a minute. Boom, boom. He told me he was gonna do that. And so I said, look out, man. I'm also in the business on the entertainment side, but boom, music. I say, but if you ever need somebody on the road which you know how to move and shit, I'll give him my number. Like, hit me up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll go hold Sting down like on some real nigga shit. And I want to get around them hoes, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I want to lay there, you understand, and get around them we hold them WWE hoes. Nah,
Right.
Keep it moving. What we got? What we got?
If you could have any special power or superpower, what would it be?
I'll slap the shit out of everybody right now. I would end racism.
In racism.
Yeah, I would end it right now.
Okay.
I would end that shit. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hezeleo, can you cook?
Can I cook? Man, I am the cook of the house.
Oh, wow.
I actually went to school for cooking and was damn near finna be a chef and laid there and got scared because I was in my adolescent stage and shit was moving too fast and things was going good and I fucked around and clipped myself. That's something that we do as young men. We get to excelling, we get to seeing that we could get to the next level. We get to seeing that we ain't gonna die at 19 or die at 21 because that was the plan. That was the condition of TV and all this bullshit telling our young dumb ass, yeah, go ahead and live your life like a fucking a candle in the wind because you're gonna die young anyway. And
Right.
then you turn 18, you turn 19 and the world start opening up and it frightens you because you're only used to your conditions. You're only used to your community and most people say, you know, your hood. And my mama, she was so good to me. She bought me a fucking brand new Camaro. She bought me a brand new Tempo, but then she bought me a brand new red Camaro. And
Ford Tempo?
yeah, she bought me a Ford Tempo.
Remember that?
Wow. And I was so fucking spoiled. I went in the hood, pulling up in that bitch jamming. Niggas start running. I'm like, what y'all niggas tripping on? Niggas like, man, that bitch look like a police car. Man, I went back to my mama on some spoiled brat ass, pussy ass nigga shit. Mama, I can't keep this car. Niggas think it's the police. And what I should have been doing was taking that fucking car, going from A to Z, going to work and getting money and taking care of business. But I'm fucking around, going pick up old ratchet ass hoe, going ride around with niggas doing a whole bunch of bullshit, smoking joints and whatnot when I should have been productive. And that woman took me back to the car. I actually had to put down more money, but got me a motherfucking Camaro with the V8 in that hole, with the BBSs, and the bitch had the tape deck in that bitch. I'd be riding around playing Curtis Mayfield in the hole. You hear me? And I got that car and I was in school and I passed my trade and the people was finna send me to California on a Big Brother program. They had a nigga over there who just came from where I came from. Nigga was waiting on me to get there so he could teach me the ropes. People had me a job. People had me placement. The people had bread for me to spend.
Wow.
I just need to go home, get my car, and go on back up there and take care of my business. My dumb ass went home full of that motherfucking weed, I learned how to roll banana leaves. And I went home and fucking with my niggas. We rolled up a big old ass blunt on some banana leaf shit. And then niggas trying to introduce me to blunts. And they like, go get some swishers. And we went to the store. And we got everything we needed, bunch of folders, whatnot, boom, boom, boom. And when we were leaving the store, my high drunk ass fucked around and say, I forgot the swishers. And when I said I forgot the swishers, I turned in front of traffic and a lady hit me and fucked me up.
Oh, wow.
And just after that, I got discouraged. I ain't even want to go back to school.
Wow. What was your go-to dish to make?
Gumbo. I'm pretty much all over. It was culinary art, so we was making a lot of shit from scratch.
Nice.
Rice, beans. I can cook anything. Like if you look on my Facebook, I'm always posting seafood and shit like that. I'm the one steaming that shit and seasoning that shit. You know what I mean? Most of the meals at the crib, I cook for my kids. Saturdays, I love making them like, big 6-course breakfasts and shit.
Yeah.
Pancakes, everything, you know what I'm saying? I love doing that shit.
Yeah.
And that used to be my passion, but I just lost it. You know what I mean?
Right. What gets on Hezeleo's nerve?
I refuse to answer that question under the grounds that it may incriminate me. Now, basically, right now, I'm so aware that a lot of opportunities out here for us, and I was one of those people who was, stagnating, bullshitting, lollygagging, but I can't stand that shit because I wasted like 10, 11, 12 years drinking every day, being depressed, suicidal, just on a whole bunch of shit, not being able to learn like everybody, learning curve, like I went through a whole bunch of shit. So when I started realizing that wasn't who I was, that was just what society was trying to tell me that's who I was, and I started getting alone and finding myself, I started to really learn, like, I just learned different. You know what I mean? I don't learn like the average person. I learn different. And I need to learn the way I learn. So I started educating myself, fucking around with YouTube books and inspirational speakers, and just fuck it. If a cricket tell me some good information, I listen. Crackheads tell me good information, I listen. You know what I'm saying? So basically I started absorbing a whole bunch of shit. And I like to get at to niggas who I see that's like me, like the youth. And I spend real quality time giving it to them. So what really irks me is when I spend that time and really be an OG for you and give you some shit that you can grow on, and you disregard that shit, that irks me because I didn't have that. The niggas we called OGs in the hood, they wasn't OGs. They were just old boys. And they was acting bad, going to jail, getting slaps on the wrist, coming back home, at mama crib, putting the name on the milk and going back outside slapping a nigga who might be younger than them. The OGs I met, one nigga was a crackhead, straight up. Nigga was straight up crackhead, but the nigga always gave me good information. The other OGs, an older man, God bless his soul, Mr. Cruthers. Nigga ain't even know me. All he knew, he saw me walking to the hood every day, and that man intervened in my life and helped me get to another level. My kinfolk, Chill Will, nigga taught me a whole bunch. My big brother, you know what I'm saying? And just different individuals I met along the way who took interest in me as a youth. They just always gave me tidbits to help me get to another level. So I get upset when I spend my time trying to help somebody and get them great information, and they just bypass it. I'm not telling you to do the shit exactly like I did, but I'm telling you to take something out of it so you can avoid some of the pitfalls.
Ice Cube in his prime or Jay-Z?
Ice motherfucking Cube.
Okay.
Man, I had the afro with the pick, with the flannel jacket, you dig? I thought I was Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I posted a picture of Ice Cube and me today, because when I met the nigga, Bun introduced me to him. I'm thinking I'm gonna approach the nigga on some G shit. What's up, G? Nigga, I gotta get it like a kid. Hey, Cube, what's up? My nigga, you know what I'm saying? Today was a good day, nigga. Oh, shit. And if you look at the picture, I'm all excited and shit. I couldn't hold it. That shit happened to me twice with that nigga and Alicia Keys, you know what I'm saying? But I met everybody. I done met all kind of people. And I kept it G, what's up? Say less, boom, boom, boom. People spoken to. But them two people, I got kind of giddy when I met them, you dig?
Yeah. Tea or coffee?
Tea or tea.
Tea? Dream collaboration, dead or alive? Artist, producer, who would you love to work with?
Oh my God. I had so much more work to do with Pimp. Producer.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm spoiled, man. Pimp.
Yeah.
Fuck them niggas now.
A lot of people don't realize he was cold.
Man, look.
He
man,
was cold.
I know we've been talking for a while, man, but we had so much shit in the works, like the UGk posse shit, man. We had a whole project we were finna drop in the streets, and it really gave a version of everybody. Like all my brothers in UGk posse was like some extraordinary dudes, like they were some G dudes, like some like a bunch of G's together. You know what I'm saying? All kind of qualities. When I got there, Vicious, I gotta give a shout out, R.I.P. to Vicious. My nigga Smoke D, you know, Bundy, and I was like the third nigga. And then after that, Pimp started picking up more cats. Beto and T.O.E. from PA, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Big Bub, man, R.I.P. Irie P. R.I.P. Mama West. Who else was down with us? Bankroll Jones. Who I'm leaving out? Oh, my nigga 17. Who else? Yeah, UGk posse, man. If I left you out, I didn't intend to. I ain't never got no ill will. I'm giving everybody a shout out, you know what I'm saying? I ain't like you niggas. I don't go close the door when I get in the door. I go open up the door and tell people, hey, my people gonna come in too, because that's why I'm in it. What the fuck I'm gonna be in it for, just to get my ass in there by myself? That shit lonely, you dig? I want everybody to eat. But yeah, so I back then, I think, and it's just my perspective, I think a lot of them depended on that label shit. It took a Master P to come in and kick the door down and say, hey, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
This what I'm gonna do. Boom, boom, boom. This how it's gonna be. He bossed up on the game.
Yeah.
And back then, you know, AZ got the type of exposure that should have launched him to any level that, you know, Jay-Z and any of them cats was
Yes.
on. He still do shows.
Yeah. He was, that's a lethal trio right there.
Yeah, on a trio. Hey,
Man.
what's up out there? Yeah, all my favorite people. What's up, Sean? Hope you get better, my nigga. Yeah. But what I left out?
Man, I'm still amazed at that trio. Do you do anything unique before a show, before you hit the stage?
I do. I pray.
Okay.
And I remember why and how I got propelled to that level. And if I got butterflies or if I got any kind of uncertainties, it just shatters all that, because I think about where I came from, and I shouldn't even be right here right now where I came from. Like, people who really know me, who grew up with me, man, they really surprised like where I'm at in life right now. Not saying that I'm just this super financially wealthy person, which I will be, but it's just my mind state, my happiness, my inside, how much I care about other people. It's just so much moral type value type stuff that you can't put a dollar amount on. And I'm just glad to be where I'm at mentally right now. So come a long way.
One more question. Any regrets so far, or is there one particular thing you'd be like, you know what, if I could do it over?
I would have to be somebody else to do it over, because my moral compass sometimes gets in the way of me being slimy when opportunity just need that one more nudge. Like, it's plenty of times I could have, you know, been a slimy person, been
a selfish person.
Yeah. And been a snake and got to another level, but the way I came in is the way I'm gonna go out. And if you followed me, you see I ain't never changed. You know,
that's a hell of a nugget. The way you came in is the way you going out.
Yeah, my surroundings changed. I remember things started really, you know, elevating, and the same way I was in the hood taking care of my business, I was at the liquor store shooting a video, country slang. My nigga from Tyler, Danny, came down. Me, Big Bub, everybody, boom, boom, boom. And we at the liquor store getting some shit just to have a good time. Cause we also got a show that night with Pimp. And a dude walked up to me and he like, Hezeleo. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He like, let me get your autograph. I'm looking around like, nigga, what you tripping on? And they like, man, you Hezeleo, I want your autograph. And they took a picture when I wrote that hoe.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I gotta say much love to Mama West. She was very instrumental in plugging me and Pimp. My nigga Riley B connected those dots, and it went from there. Shout out to Bun, you know, all the shit he done for me. You know, a lot of people feel like, damn, why he don't do more? Sometimes I feel like that, but the reality of it is that's just my homeboy. That ain't my daddy. He don't owe me shit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything he's done thus far.
Yeah.
But I'm a man, so I can walk the rest of this shit. Whatever he contribute, hey man, thank you, my nigga.
Right.
I do need some more shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you see this here shit, your boy need a little shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, but I can walk this here shit. I got my own bread. You know what I'm saying? I got my own pistols. I got my own bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I can do my thing. I got my own J's. You know what I'm saying? I can do what I need to do. You know what I mean? But everybody who's been instrumental in helping me get to the next level, hey man, don't think it went unnoticed, man. I appreciate y'all. Everybody supporting that Trill gear. Man, hey, I appreciate y'all, man. I wish I could say all y'all name, but y'all know who y'all are. Everybody in that Keep It Trill, UGK Trill Gang page, man. I appreciate y'all. Everybody on the gram. You know what I'm saying? Go to that site. You can pick up this shirt, this hat. We got the We Will Breathe joints. We got the slides. We got all kind of shit. Trillgear.biz. The Instagram at Hezeleo, Hezeleo. I ain't doing no tripping. My phone dead. If you want to know something about trucking, you know, if you want to know any kind of information I might give to you, call me. 713-545. I used to do that shit, but I ain't going to give you the rest. That motherfucking number printed everywhere. You should have it.
Well, you did the last part of the interview. You gave all the information out.
Yeah.
Corona's out here. You got anything lined up once we get the all clear, the real all clear?
It has affected me tremendously because at the end of the year, my goal was to buy another truck to add to my little fleet. Early part of 2020. But things looked clear at the end of the year. So I jumped the gun and bought that hoe. But they slowed down and didn't want to, you know, have me pick up another driver because they didn't want to take the work from all the other cats and shit. So the truck just been sitting there.
Yeah.
I was about to look into opening up another car lot. That's been put on hold. I was actually about to buy a motherfucking house. That's been put on hold. So it's like I'm doing like everybody else. I'm playing it by ear right now.
Yeah.
And just trying to stay ahead and taking care of, you know, the circle that I have. I got a brother that's on death row, and my mom, she used to, you know, look out for him. She and I, but that's the responsibility I had to pick up. And you know, I got about 4 kids.
Yeah.
So you know, I got to make sure I'm there for them emotionally and financially and spiritually. So I got my plate full enough where I can service everybody, and I learned to pretty much just compartmentalize everything, so I'm not just picking up so many trades where I'm not mastering any. So right now I'm able to really take care of all the things that I put on my plate.
Okay. Well, we're going to get into this new single one last time.
Already.
Before we let you out of here. Thank you
Appreciate
for coming
you, man.
through and sitting down and sharing some of those amazing, amazing stories.
Appreciate it, man.
About Trill Gang, about Port Arthur. That's what I like.
Yeah,
I like hearing that history.
Shout out Mello, shout out Columbo Mac, shout out Hen Dog, all them boys in Bama, all them boys in Lake Charles, C-Rip, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, my nigga. Just everybody out there, man, that's fucking with the movement, propelling us to the next level. Appreciate y'all. Keep on going, keep on punching that ballot, because I am the right motherfucking president. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Trill ambassador. You ain't made no mistake. It's going down. I'm bringing opportunity and reparations.
Sounds good.
I don't know where I'm gonna get them hoes from. But we gonna get them, my nigga.
Right.
Figure that shit out.
Yeah.
All my life I wanted a big dog.
Really cook.
Life that's been a player's joy.
Shout out George Lopez. Michael Watt. Highway Yellow, what's up?
Swinging in the bucket, I don't give a fuck, cause one of these days I got to come up and grip wood wheel in a blue DeVille.
I was in the booth smiling.
Trump fifth wheeling the grill. Reppin' Texas, fucking Lexus, still showing my eye. With that purple in my car and your house in my ride. It's a vision right now, but it's gonna come soon. I've been dreaming about slabs jumping over the moon. So I've been saving my paper to get my bitch a little make.
Go get that record, man.
Yeah.
I pray for more when I wake up. Can you imagine coming down after the sun's so bright? You done seen
I like that band camp.
Like summertime, I'm gonna shine, pulling up on boys. Red line, branded wine in my candy
United States, Canada, Bosnia, the Bahamas, France, and United Kingdom from tuning in tonight.
Come on out here, baby.
Woo! Hezeleo again, thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for this great interview.
Appreciate
this great
you.
hour and some change you spent with us, man. We totally appreciate it, man.
Time passes fast when you're having a good time.
Man, you got the great attitude, looking out for everybody. That's what it's about, man. Thank you so much.
That's how you
man.
get blessed.
Yeah,
You want to be blessed, you bless others. You
That's
know?
it.
That's all you gotta do.
that's it. We out of here, y'all. D-Boss presents the Pipe Bomb special guest.
Boom.
Hezeleo of Trill gang. Y'all
Yeah.
be good the rest of the evening. Peace.